Well, good morning and good evening, or good night, I should say, to everybody in the United States. I am live from the Southeast Asian area of the Asian continent. We're talking about Vietnam today, but I'm not in Vietnam anymore. Still in Asia, but I'm not in Vietnam. And I can tell you right now, I will be going back to Vietnam. I will be going back. Let me make my screen bigger. Now, Vietnam, I said the first couple days I was there was the Brazil of Asia for me. And if you guys don't know why I say that, it's because let me know if my signal is okay. If you guys don't know why I say that, it's because hello, mom. If you guys don't know why I say that, it's because uh, Brazil was my number one country, but I'm not in South America anymore. I'm in Asia, and I would say that so far, Vietnam is the closest version of that experience I had to Brazil. Now, I'm doing a versus with Zoom to Thailand tomorrow to tell him why. And I'm not gonna do Brazil. I'm gonna do Vietnam versus Thailand. I'm gonna tell him why I feel that way. Thailand is a great country, but it doesn't. There was nothing really about it that gave me that spark the same way Vietnam did, and that is just fine. I do not have to like everywhere. I don't know. It's not that I don't like it. It's not that I don't have to love everywhere. For some reason, people want me to love what they love, and I'm not doing that. I see. I was doing a better job. I didn't curse that time. I'm gonna stop cursing a little bit. If you guys don't know, I'm kind of sick right now from drinking too much the other day, and combine that with less sleep. Now I have another sinus infection. Let's talk about why I'm in love with Vietnam. I'm not there anymore though. Vietnam is the right amount of busy and the right amount of slow. What do I mean by that? It is busy throughout Vietnam, meaning that there's something going on 24 hours a day if you want to do something any time of the day. But it is not busy everywhere 24 hours a day. So where I was staying at in District 4, around 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, that area was pretty much a ghost town. But they have Walking Street and they have other areas where people are still hanging out outside. So if I want, and if it's quick to pretty much get on a motorcycle, it's quick to get around everywhere over there. So if I wanted to do something at any time of the day, I had access to it. The Philippines was not like that. There was a place, at the Philippines where stuff would still go on, but the majority of Manila and Cebu, from what I saw, had a bedtime, and that bedtime was kind of early. And then people love to say, "Oh, you just didn't go to the right places. You needed a tour guide." Well, look, I didn't have a tour guide in Vietnam, and I was able to find that. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. I like to go places where I can just literally find the stuff on my own. I don't mind having a tour guide. It's always better to have somebody show you around. But Vietnam was a place where there was so much going on, you could find everything on your own. Let me read some of these comments. They said, "When are you coming to Ethiopia?" Not sure on the exact date, but I think I may switch it from going to Africa and go to Europe instead next. Okay. Now, Vietnam was like the Salvador, Bahia, Brazil of Asia for me, and Bangkok was like Rio. I'm wondering what did I mean when I wrote that down. You know what? I know what I'm saying. Salvador was like a intermediate level city of Brazil. Rio was a city that anybody could go to and have a good time. No Portuguese needed, no real experience about culture needed. You didn't need much. You could pretty much go there. First country you've ever been to in a first city, and Rio would be the place. I would not recommend somebody start off going to a place like Salvador for their first city ever outside the United States. It's not as many foreign tourists there as it is in Rio. Same thing with Bangkok. Bangkok is pretty much easy mode from what I see from traveling to Thailand. There's first of all, there's more foreigners than there are Thai people, it seems like, all over Thailand. So you're not getting that much of a culture shock. And it's on easy mode. It's just on easy mode. It's just so tourist friendly. It's on easy mode. Versus Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. There was tourists there. There were a lot of them were not American. But you still got a culture shock and you still got to see what regular Vietnamese people lived like that weren't around tourists all the time, especially if you went outside of the tourist zones. You got to see what people actually lived like. So that's one huge difference. Now, if you have a question, you need to super chat the question because I am on a monologue right now. And if you want me to stop the monologue, it's going to have to be a super chat. I'm in love with not always bumping into women that are selling themselves. And to be honest with you, people that have been in Thailand that are 100% honest with themselves and not lying to themselves know that in the big cities in Thailand, the majority of the women you will bump into aren't regular women. It's just that if you haven't been there, you don't know what you're talking about. If you've been there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you do bump into women that are not, a lot of times they're not going to be as friendly as you think. And they're not going to be as friendly as some YouTubers think or say. And this is not just me, this is other Black American men giving out the same testament about how much friendlier, how they are not so friendly. They have it's kind of hard to approach there because they have a very standoffish look unless if they're working. And there's a huge difference in between it. I don't know what you guys like being around, but when I'm dating around and getting to know a country or a culture, I don't want to be paying. Uh, Richie Mack just texted me at the same time while I'm talking about that. Uh, I don't want to be paying. And Vietnam is one of those places where that option is there. If you wanted to, I'm not condoning that you do that, but you still have a realistic dating life where you can just date. It is slower though. The women in Vietnam are not so sexually liberated like they are in Thailand. I did do Flonase nose spray. I just used it. No, I did not get the allergy medication. Now, let's read this super chat. Remember, if you have a question, Got a super chat. So right here we have. Give me 1 second. I had to do that because y'all couldn't see me wipe my nose. Okay. Did you get the allergy medication in Vietnam that you wanted in Thailand? No. All the allergy medication that I needed is illegal in Thailand, and except for the nasal spray. And the other countries, they for some reason Claritin D is not as common as it is in Brazil and the United States. Everywhere in Asia, it's been hard to find even something similar. And I just see somebody leave a comment about air quality. That has a lot to do with it too. I was actually telling somebody yesterday I'm going to have to start wearing a mask because riding on a motorcycle throughout Vietnam's big city and a big city here in Cambodia and a big city in Thailand. Literally, if you're on that motorcycle 15 minutes, you could wipe your face and the tissue will be black. The tissue will be black. So I think combining that with the heavy drinking I was doing and having bad air quality is what made me sick. I think you have a good time in Eastern Europe too. They have those Kim Kardashian looking chicks. I've heard about that. Somebody also said you must have not seen Kim before all the surgeries, but I think she still looks good. Well, I need to look at her pictures again. But I think I know what he's talking about. The other women there look good. Now, HDH says, first time traveler, where in Asia should I go? To Thailand. Go to Thailand. Please don't go to the Philippines for your first country. I'm no expert, but that's not somewhere I recommend somebody start. I wouldn't recommend you start in Vietnam either. That's like asking me where should you go in Brazil first, Rio or Salvador. Don't start in Salvador. Start in Rio. Rio is more friendly to tourists. Thailand is the friendliest touristy country I've ever been to in my life. I've been to 6 countries so far. And Thailand is pretty much 100% like it's you're not getting a culture shock going to Thailand. It's too many Russians and Europeans and Australians and Americans. Like it's and Africans. Everybody's and they're deep. They got whole communities. Like there's areas in Bangkok and Pattaya where there's literally only Russian people, or there's literally only other countries from Europe, other European people. So I would say go to Thailand because I think Thailand's just that place where you have a good time. And I'm no expert, but I've been in Thailand a total of 6 or 7 weeks since October. So I'm not just no fool. I know something. I know something. I can leave some sort of comment. I had somebody try to tell me you cannot leave a comment on a country until you've been there for a year or two. Let me tell you something. If it take you a year or two to understand what the hell is going around in your surroundings, you don't need to be there. Now, I'm in love, like I just said, with being around less foreigners. Now, I'm going to say this too. In Vietnam, there are some super thick white girls coming from Europe. Like, they almost built like black women. I was loving looking at it. It was too many of them, but they weren't giving me really the time of day. But some of them were, some of them. But they're not flooding Vietnam. There's still plenty of places, restaurants, and high quality restaurants you could walk into in Vietnam, and there's all Vietnamese people versus a place like Thailand, and same with Philippines too. You can walk there's not overloaded with tourists, but in Thailand, if you walk into a restaurant that might cost you $20 a person, it's gonna be mostly foreigners and not Vietnam and not Thai people. And I'm in love with that. I'm in love with going into a Vietnamese restaurant and there's still majority Vietnamese people and some white people and literally almost no black people. Uh, I probably seen a total of maybe 5 Black American men while I was there, and even European and African people. There weren't a lot of them. I probably see maybe 15 or 20 African people the whole 10 days I was there. Even though there's a lot of Vietnamese people everywhere you go, they still usually know English. I didn't have a problem. I didn't have to speak Vietnamese very often. Well, I did. I don't speak it at all, but I didn't have to speak Vietnamese while I was there. Here in Cambodia, a lot of people I noticed are speaking English. They even accept the U.S. dollar. Like I have, well, my wallet's back there, but I have cash, U.S. dollars in my wallet, and you can go up to any place and give them a $20 United States bill, and they'll give you change in their currency. But I want to have their currency because it's confusing as hell having to kind of calculate how much everything is. But one thing I do notice about Philippines, Vietnam, and Cambodia is they will try to get over on you. Starting in the Philippines was my first time being in Asia and realizing that there are people that will literally try to scam you just for the hell of it. In Vietnam, they will try to scam you. Let me know if my stream is still lagging a little bit because I could probably connect to my phone. And the internet in Cambodia is not so great, not so great. Now you're in Cambodia just in time for New Year's. I have nothing against pay for play, just stating facts for dudes that have not been to Pattaya. Yeah, I mean, if you want to pay, go ahead. Let me try to connect it to my. Well, some people put a one in the chat if the stream is lagging. Yeah, somebody said Cambodia got some thick ones too. I am telling you, the women in Cambodia built like they are black, including my Airbnb host. It's amazing. It's very like even at the airport, they are. I know I said I like Vietnam the most for how they look, but I think Cambodia might be competing with that. Now, Andre, you know exactly what we mean when we're talking about paying for play. We're talking about transactional, no feelings involved, no charisma involved. You just pay and she comes back with you. That's what we're talking about. Okay. Just because you take a woman out on a date to get something to eat, that's not paying to play. That's just going on a date. That all that, oh, you pay either way you go. Yes, but there's a difference between because you can take a woman on a date and pay, and she not gonna go back home with you. But if you're paying directly, she's supposed to. There's a difference. Let me tell you something. I'm not gonna start this damn argument. Let's get back to Cambodia and Vietnam. Yeah, but Cambodia is definitely is what you say a hidden gem. Yeah, it's definitely a hidden gem. There's definitely a lot of beautiful women that y'all are not seeing, but Cambodia is extremely poor from what I can see. When you see my first vlog, you'll be able to my first two vlogs, you'll be able to see around the city what I'm talking about. Like the infrastructure. I mean, they have some nice buildings, but the infrastructure around the city and the amount of people it's not the best. Let's just say that. I'm in love with the people of Vietnam. Nice, beautiful, and appreciative people. That's everybody. Everybody, just about every. I don't think I ran into one attitude in Vietnam. I ran into an attitude in Thailand. I've ran into an attitude in the Philippines. But in Vietnam, I never ran into an attitude, except for one Americanized Vietnamese girl. But I didn't even say nothing to her. But she was one of those American chicks that think that you're looking at them when you really were looking at the restaurant behind them to see if you want to eat there. And then she's looking like, and I would have said something crazy right now, but I'm not. But nobody was looking at you. But that was one time. In Thailand, there's a lot of Americanized chicks, like a lot. A lot. Eventually Thailand is going the Thai dating is going to start to look like American dating, like very soon. Now, the people are beautiful and appreciative, meaning that just like any other Asian country that has like Buddhism as their religion, they all everywhere you go, everybody's super thank you. You want to give them a tip, which I don't tip outside the United States, but if you want to give them a tip, they usually will deny it. They're just more interested in doing their job. And if you guys do not know, stop tipping outside the United States. Please stop tipping outside the United States. Yo, Austin Holloman, keep doing your thing, bro. Your content is getting better every video. You're looking healthier too since leaving Brazil. Keep it going. Appreciate that very much. I am putting more time into my content. I see a lot of people like whenever I cut out the video and just do the audio. So my next video is like that. And Don Levon just sent a $20 cash app. I appreciate that as well. Hold on. It looks like I missed a super chat. Hold on. Which do you like more, Ho Chi Minh City versus Phuket? Ho Chi Minh City every day, without even a second thought. Phuket is like 100% foreigners, it seems like. It's expensive in Phuket. It's expensive as far as real estate in Ho Chi Minh City. But Phuket, a motorcycle that would have costed you like 80 or 90 cents in Bangkok would be like $5 in Phuket. It's like high as hell for no reason over there. Like it's so high that the only time I called a Uber, the only time I called a Bolt, was on the way to the airport and coming from the airport. It was too expensive to it just didn't make any sense to not do that. It made no sense to try to get around. It was literally a waste of money. I walked everywhere. I will moderate the chat after I get home. I'm in traffic. Appreciate that super chat from both of you as well. And I appreciate your service, sir. Keep doing your thing, young sir. Appreciate that $20 super chat. What's a good budget for a 1 week trip to Rio? My first week, I brought $500 and I showed my ass with $500. That was in 2022 during Carnival time. Russ, appreciate that $2 sticker. Are you going to the Killing Fields Museum? I think I'm going there today. If you guys don't know about the Killing Fields, the massacre, the genocide that basically happened in Cambodia, I think it was in the 70s or the 80s with Pol Pot, where he did like an ethnic, well, I wouldn't say it was an ethnic cleansing, but he cleansed his own people, and 3 million people were murdered. So, and there's still hell of skulls and stuff you can go see. And you can even shoot an RPG. I don't know how much that costs, but I've never done that. So, and I want to say this about everybody that has something to say about the way I was shooting at AK-47. First of all, that gun was like smoking hot because people had been shooting it all day. And I didn't have my head on the stock because there was no point. AK-47 is so inaccurate I was shooting like that, and after two or three shots, I realized I was missing them by a long shot. So I raised my head up to see if I could actually believe what I was seeing, and that's why I was shooting that way, because that gun was super inaccurate. Westernization of Thailand is why I'm going to the Philippines. Yeah, so I'm good. You can see that. Appreciate that super chat. I'm vacationing in Barranquilla, Colombia. A little something for the tip jar. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I'll be out there very soon as well. I'll be back in South America very soon. He says Phuket is extremely no. Are the Vietnamese women shy like Philippines? No. You won't be getting any advice about chasing women down the street in Vietnam. That's not necessary. If women in Vietnam find you attractive, from what I've seen, they'll show you, and they'll look and they'll laugh and smile. In the Philippines, I wasn't getting that. There's a huge difference. Even in Thailand, I got that too. Even here in Cambodia, I've got that. And I've only been here less than 24 hours. I've probably been here like 16 hours. How do you avoid paying in Thailand? The best way for you to avoid it is just for me to tell you good luck. Good luck not paying. Good luck. That's why I kept Kate with me, because I knew that. Okay. Yeah, if you think you're gonna go to Thailand and not pay at least one time, good luck. You need to get a girlfriend, basically. In my experience, and other people that I know, or you're gonna have to sleep with the Europeans and Australians. I had luck with that too, with the white girls down there. But all that other stuff, yeah, the volume of women that are paid for play down there is so high. I don't know why these people are lying to you. There's a lot of people on YouTube lying. Somebody said in Bangkok you ain't got to pay. No, I've. It's less likely in Bangkok, less likely, but it's there, and it's still there heavy too. Now Pattaya, yeah, that one you're paying. That's just somebody said. Let's be real. Pattaya is the equivalent of Vegas in Thailand. I've never been to Vegas, but I think it's even worse. You're paying. Let's just be honest. I love being the right amount of rare in Vietnam, to where everywhere you go, people are staring at you and they want to take pictures with you because you're black. Seriously, everywhere I went, dude's girlfriend taking pictures with me, and then he'll come and say, "Let's all take a picture together." Like, it was that kind of stuff going on. There's plenty of people that want to take pictures with you. They don't see black people a lot. You are definitely a celebrity. There's black people there, like I said, but you're not. We're not gonna make it seem like it's just black dudes running around everywhere. Dudes and their grandma, like literally their grandmas, their mothers, and their aunts were all taking pictures of me. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram. They said, "Do I get offended by that?" No, why would I? This is somebody and their grandma. That glare makes me look so black. That's the dude and his girlfriend. They all want to take a picture. And that's another older woman that was with them that want to take a picture. And that's another picture where they were taking. I took my own selfie, but they were taking pictures, and they bought all my food. Even the grandmother was, I wash my hands. Let me put the food on your plate. That was what it was like in Vietnam. They were very. It was like they would treat me like I was a president or something. Now let's talk about this part of Vietnam. Vietnam has a lot of rats, but I dealt with it because I love it. If you guys have been to Vietnam, the rats are sitting in the bushes the same way the Viet Cong sat in the bushes when the Americans came. Literally, you could be standing outside because they have the little chairs all along the sidewalk. If you're eating your food on the sidewalk, it was not uncommon to turn around and see 6 or 7 rats, literally sitting there watching you eat your food. Aggressive ass rats. Let's see what somebody else said. Yeah, like whenever I go to Eastern Europe, I expect this too. To people for people to stare. Like if you go to somewhere like Latvia, Estonia, and Lithuania, which is like Eastern Europe, just west of Russia, way up there where it's so far north, it's almost impossible for those people to have dark skin as a DNA gene. Uh, I would expect people to take, like I've even seen articles about Estonia where they said that there was literally one black person in the whole city. Yeah, there's more rats in Vietnam than in the Philippines. There, even when I was at the gym, there's rats running around the gym. You go outside and there's, yeah, it's. I've never been to New York City, but I think it's similar to that. There's a lot of rats. Yeah, I like that joke I made about rats sitting in the bushes like the Viet Cong. I see. Yeah, the rats don't see that many black people that often, so they watch you. Yeah, it's literally a gym rat. There were gym rats. Tony G, appreciate that super chat. So after I leave Cambodia, I'm only going to maybe 1 or 2 new Asian countries, and then I'm getting out of here. Appreciate this super chat as well. I'm getting out of here after that. Teddy Fresh, has been a while since I've seen or heard from you. Says, what's good, young homie? Appreciate the content. I was going to Thai, but Vietnam is sounding nice. I like that it's not flooded with tourists like that. Yes. Yes. Vietnam is not flooded with tourists, and it is a great option. A great option. I actually have some. No, no, no. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna wait to edit that video and then I'll play it live. But there was a guy that I met that was in my building in Vietnam, and he was talking about the benefits of being in Vietnam and what he did not like about Thailand. And but he asked me to cut some certain things out that he shouldn't have said, and so I'm gonna do that first because he said some personal stuff I think, and I'm gonna cut that out first because I don't want to expose nothing without trying to. But yeah, appreciate that super chat. Do you speak Vietnamese? How difficult was it dealing with the language and communicating in Vietnam? No, I do not. The only word I know is Jin Chao, which means hello. But everybody there, for the most part, spoke English. If they didn't, there was always another employee in the building that spoke English. But the people that spoke English the best were scammers. So they and somebody says try Indonesia or Laos. I'm thinking more so Indonesia before Laos, just because I'm ready to swap, get off the continent a bit and go to those islands. I don't know. I'm really ready to get off the whole continent altogether and go to Europe or Africa. Appreciate that super chat. EPH speak English won't get ruined because of Christian values. What is EPH? Appreciate that super chat. Lance Martin sent a $20 super chat. Thank you very much. Yes, I will be in Thailand for April, the month of April, because y'all remember Rilla? He's coming out there and he wants to start his own YouTube channel. So he wanted to collaborate on content for like a whole month in Thailand, which I don't want to be in Thailand for a whole month. But I told him that. I said the only reason I'm going back is because you're going. Otherwise, I keep jumping around. Let us know where the thickest Asians are. That's in between Vietnam and Cambodia. Okay. Vietnam is very, very safe. So is the Philippines. So is Cambodia. So is Thailand. Hold on. Somebody just asked, when do you go to North Korea? I really don't want to take that risk of my life there. But if I get $30,000 in super chats, I'll go. Appreciate that super chat right here as well. Be tall, young, and attractive. Okay. Now, Vietnam is safe because you can walk around. I've walked through alleyways in Vietnam at nighttime, no problem. No problem walking through the alleyway in Ho Chi Minh City at nighttime, which is super risky. Whenever I first got to Vietnam, I had my 4 bags that I carry everywhere I go because I'm homeless. My 4 bags, and nobody even gave me a slight look like they were going to try to rob me or assault or anything. Nothing, none of that happened. Same thing in Thailand. And the same thing here in Cambodia. The streets here in Cambodia can be pitch black from what I've seen the first day of being here. And there'll be people sitting in a lawn chair in the pitch black darkness with maybe a small light bulb somewhere nearby, and they still speak and nod their head whenever you walk past. It doesn't feel threatening at all. And they'll even help you with directions. So there's a huge difference. There's a huge difference. But Vietnam is safe altogether. Yeah, you don't really have to worry about law enforcement, trying to take bribes so far from what I've seen. Maybe somebody that's been there a while thinks otherwise. But in Thailand, I heard that there's a lot of bribing going on. I heard in the Philippines. Well, that was old Philippines from what I heard. Somebody said Austin gonna be the next Dennis Rodman. Is that the white dude that got he ripped the poster off? No. I'm thinking, no, I'm not gonna be this guy, this Dennis Rodman guy. I thought you were talking about the guy in North Korea that snatched the poster off the wall and they ended up sending him back dead to the United States. I don't know anything about sports. That's why I didn't know who Dennis Rodman was. Um, does Vietnam have a good party / club scene? Yes, I will say. I will say that the 2 clubs that I did go to, but I'm gonna be honest too, they were near Walker Street. They were all the girls, and they were all working girls. So you gotta look hard to see where do the Vietnamese people go to party, not where do they allow tourists to go. Where can you walk in and it's only Vietnamese people? That's where you need to go when you're in other countries. If you're in Brazil, don't go to a place which isn't really even too much of a thing. There isn't a place in Brazil where really it's going to be only gringos in there. That's why I like Brazil, because you still got to join their culture being there. Versus Thailand, you can go to a club and it's all foreigners there. I hate that. I did not come to Thailand to be back in America. I came to Thailand to be around y'all, the Thai people. Thick Asians, that's what I want too. Appreciate that super chat. There's more in Vietnam and Cambodia, but well, I'm not gonna say they're rare in Cambodia, but don't expect to just be bumping into them left and right. No, don't be mad because I don't know who Dennis Rodman is. I'm telling y'all, I don't know anything about sports. I suck at every sport. Every sport. If it's not somebody that's known across the globe like Michael Jordan or Kobe, I'm not gonna know who they are. Now, who in the chat has been to Vietnam so far? Put a one in the chat if you've been to Vietnam and tell me what you guys want to see from Cambodia. Because I'm about to go out and get content now. Yeah, the internet out here really sucks. Like it's crazy. Okay. So somebody says the Cambodian malls. Let me write down my to-do list today. Like, let me show you guys. Oh, you know what? Damn, I'm not gonna do that. I was because I'm on Bumble right now. Right, there's this really, really cute Cambodian chick. I was gonna show y'all, but I'm not gonna do that. I would love to, but no. Maybe I could just cover her face. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Anything about ease of starting a business and where the dark Asians are at. Ooh, you know what? Oh, you know what? I had a guy that I met that's been living in Vietnam 4 years, and he told me as a foreigner, his interest rate for his savings account is 8%. Which, if you guys don't know, that's an insane number. Because in the United States, your interest rate is like 0.0018. You basically would have to have $1 million in the United States saving account to even have a noticeable amount of interest build up. Black Asians would be a nice topic. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, the people in Cambodia look very black. Like even the men in the face, they look black. They not all of them, but they have a bone structure in their face that's not too far from mine. And then you combine that with their darker skin, and then the women have a lot more weight on them. Then that's why I'm saying that. I'm in Phnom Penh, Cambodia right now. That's pretty much the whole Cambodia, from what I've heard. They said somebody told me, the same guy that said he had 8% told me that the amount of people that live in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, is the entire population of Cambodia. So it seems like everybody's pretty much going to be in this one area. Well, I think Cambodians just have that mix of they have that mix of like that Indian look mixed with Asian. You know what I mean? I'm actually responding on Bumble right now. See if I can get another tour guide. Y'all gotta quit stealing my tour guide thing, man. Somebody said how many matches. Believe it or not, dating apps are my worst way of meeting women. Even in the United States, even in Brazil, between the United States, Brazil, Colombia, Cambodia, Vietnam, the Philippines, and Thailand, I've only met maybe 7 or 8 women on dating apps. Like, I don't know what the hell it is about me and dating apps, but they just don't work for me. But yes, I'm going to find out more information about the ease of starting a business and which country out of the 6 or 7 I'll be in Asia, which one is the easiest one to do that at, and then I'll get that back to you. But I think right now Cambodia and Laos might be the place for the darkest Asians. And if you consider India part of Asia, y'all know Indians get darker than me. So that's going to be probably where the darkest, if y'all consider India part of Asia. But India is almost its own little spot, but I think it's part of Asia too, though. Yeah, everybody does have a tour guide now. That's cool though. I need to get that patent right. I need to get a patent on the. I'm not a patent. I need to get a trademark on tour guide, copyrighted. Like, I'm looking at this one chick from France on Bumble right now, and geez. Well, Gavin A. Turner says a $20 cash app. Thanks for the encouragement. Stay focused, bro. I appreciate it. Just expand on the service. Yeah, I need tour guide merch. I make all the tour guides wear a certain shirt. That way they can't say, oh, that's not really a tour guide. She got on a tour guide shirt. She really is a tour guide. But Kate was a tour guide. Kate was my tour guide. Like she wasn't part of a company, but I literally messaged her like, hey, I need you to show me around Thailand, but I'm gonna record you at the same time. Also, you're gonna live with me with all that. Yeah, that's what that. So that she was a tour guide though. Now, dark Asians are in Indonesia, Laos, Cambodia, and the Philippines. Nobody talks about Laos. Yeah, it's somebody told me not to go there, but I'm open minded. I would still go. I would still go to Laos, but I think I might have to go there on my second round trip around the world because I'm not going to go to every country the first round trip. Because right now, I've Cambodia and Vietnam kind of revived me, but I've had enough of Asia so far. Like I'm Cambodia. I'm gonna finish my trip here, India, and I'm thinking Bali too. But other than that, I'm ready to go somewhere else. Let's see, I'm looking at this chick from France. Myanmar is open now. Some slim, thick baddies there. Somebody told me that it's very dangerous there, though. Somebody told me it's very dangerous. I had to do my own. Now, somebody said skip India too. So I was looking up the requirements. I still have not got my yellow fever shot. And India says you have to have that yellow fever shot on the website. It says you have to have the yellow fever shot 8 weeks before you go to India. Like they want to make sure it's working. I was told to go to Sri Lanka too. Yeah, they said read up on that. Yeah. I think there's a reason why people don't go to those countries. I don't think they're so safe. Very crafty on the tour guide. Will definitely be using it. Rolling on the floor, laughing my butt off. Yes, use it. Use it. But I seriously, whenever I came up with that, it was seriously like Because you gotta remember, I was just blasted in Brazil, and I was like, I know I still got to put women in my videos because that's what y'all want to see. That's what y'all want to see. So I had to word it in a certain way. But she was a tour guide. You see, she went to all 4 cities with me. Yeah, I'll try to go then. I'll just try to go because, yeah. What attracted me to Vietnam? It was the Vietnamese War and Vietnamese people. See how I said people? Uh, Gia Ravina, are you Cambodian too? She says love from Vancouver. Baby boy, Mahal Kita. Whatever that is. What is Mahal Kita? They said, why are y'all obsessing over Kate? Man, the internet here sucks. We get ready to wrap this up because I pretty much talked about I was going to talk about Vietnam. Now I'm just responding to comments. Oh, let's talk about that food too. Penne. What is penne? Where is that from? Oh, okay. I just looked up her name. I just followed you on Instagram. I don't know where penne is from though. Oh, Philippines. Okay. Now let's talk about the food. Let's go over the whole Asian continent that I've been to so far for food. Let me go ahead and start from best to not so great. Number one, so far, Cambodia. I went to a bar last night just to eat. Well, really, I saw a pretty girl in there, so that's why I went in there. But I ended up eating, right? And I ate this sausage and I ate these wings. Those were the best wings I've had on the planet. Like all 7, what is it? All the countries I've stepped foot in, I have never ate grilled chicken wings that was that damn good. And then they even had this sauce, this pepper, whatever it was. I don't even clean up my chicken bones like that, but I took all the meat off the bone. I ate that whole chicken wing. I almost drank the sauce. Then they brought this sausage, and that was the best sausage I've had on the planet. So I'm gonna go keep eating today and see if it was just that one place or if it's everywhere else. Because I ate at another restaurant, I ate some fried rice, and yeah, fried rice wasn't like that chicken and all that, but it was good. Now, number two, I'm gonna put it's in between Thailand and Vietnam for food. What do y'all think, Thailand or Vietnam? Viet Thailand and Laos is lit, similar in Manila. Appreciate that super chat. Now I didn't have that good of a time in Manila. She said she gonna make me some chicken. That's how you know you're dealing with black folks. Chocolate Man had a travel guide named Travel Buddy before Fa. Well, see, there's a difference between a travel buddy and a tour guide. A tour guide is usually somebody you hire. A travel buddy is just somebody like Floyd. That's just somebody that's just going with me. Hey, Austin, do you think you will ever see Kate again? I miss you guys together. However, I wish the very best, my brother. I appreciate that $100 super chat. Thank you very much. Thank you. You know what I'm going to do with that money today? I'm going to go see the Killing Fields today. I'm going to go to the gym. And I'm going to do everything that I can with that money and bring the content to you day after tomorrow so you can see what I may even mention it in the vlog. Hopefully I don't forget, but I'm going to mention it. If I get enough requests whenever I get back to Bangkok here in about a week or two, I will contact her so she can be back on the video. But other than that, I don't think I'm gonna see her again. Don't forget about South Korea. Asian persuasion got you confused in the head. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. Asian persuasion. So is it Vietnam or Thailand that has the best food, y'all think? If you ask me, I had a better time with food in Vietnam. And I'm gonna let y'all know that food in Vietnam, it must have a lot of carbs or something because it put some weight on me. It put even more weight on me. I mean, that shit got me looking fine. I look damn good right now for coming back from Vietnam. I was looking at myself while I was working out. That's that Vietnamese food. Let me tell you that right now. Then I'm gonna have to put Thailand after Vietnam's food. Then, lastly, I'll do the Philippines. Cebu's food was terrible, if you ask me. I went from small places on the street to restaurants, and they all weren't that good. But Manila had good food, better than Cebu, but it was not. No. I'll be going back to Philippines in June. I'm from Cebu. Come, I will show you island city life. Well, I followed your Instagram. We'll see if I'm gonna come back to Philippines or not. You had to convince me a lot more though. We want Kate. She said you must be eating at the wrong place. We ate at a lot of places. We ate at the mall. We ate at the resorts. We ate on the street. We ate, man, they had these chicken wings when I first got to Cebu. Terrible. I mean, I was like, they gave me some plastic gloves to eat the wings with. I might as well just ate the plastic gloves. Like, that's what the wings taste. I was like, who the hell made this? Who made this? Austin, how is the pho? The pho. Very good. Oh, shit. They got IKEA out here. It's a the pho was very good in Vietnam. It had a way, the seasoning was way more powerful. Let me say that. The seasoning was way more powerful there than I've never tasted pho like that in the States. I ate it so many times. Another $100 super chat. Have fun, my brother. That's what it's for. Absolutely. Absolutely. I appreciate you contributing that fun. I appreciate you contributing it. Thank you so much. Seriously. Yeah, you never hear people raving about the food from the Philippines, but so far, Cambodia, yeah. I actually did a vlog where I just went around and ate seafood the whole day in Vietnam. And I don't know why I still haven't posted it. Believe it or not, a lot of these vlogs I do, I don't think y'all are gonna like them when I put them out. Like, I'll do the vlog and I'll be like, this shit is boring. this shit is boring. They're not gonna like this. And I put it up, and they're like, oh, thank you so much. I'm like, oh damn, they like that. The next vlog that's coming out tomorrow. The next vlog that's coming out tomorrow is about Pookies and Ray Rays in Thailand. You're welcome. This was actually me when I was in the United States. I was just using my hand. When I went to Brazil and I got my eyes open to the light of dating overseas, oh yeah, I was done. Skip India and go to Tokyo. You won't regret it for the cultural exposure. I've heard mixed reviews about Japan. I've heard a lot of mixed views about Japan. Appreciate that super chat. It was around $2 to $4 sometimes. Now, skip India and go to Tokyo. You won't regret it for cultural exposure. I don't know though, because India is nothing like nowhere else. There's no other place like India. Like I don't get the vibe that whenever I get to India, it's gonna be anything like Cambodia or Thailand or Vietnam or Philippines. I'm not saying Japan is that same way either because it's on the other side. That's northeast Asia. That's on the other side completely. But I don't think that it will be too different. But I keep an open mind. I just don't know if I want to go to that country while I'm here. I think I want. I'm ready. I'm so ready to leave the continent. That I can't stress how much I'm ready to leave the continent. I fly out to the Philippines in 9 days. How long did it take you to get through customs at Manila Airport? It was instant. I walked in and that was an instant process. There was no waiting. Actually, yeah, that was instant. Yeah, there was no issue waiting. Slide to Morocco in the future. Oh, I appreciate that super chat. I actually want to go to Morocco for my first or my last African country. Or if I'm going to Europe directly right after this, I wanted to go to Morocco since I know it'll be hot there, and then go to and stay there until it warms up, which would be around like June, and then go to Europe from there. But a lot of people said that a lot of people are saying shit about Morocco. He says Morocco is no place for black people, even though Checked in Effect was there. He was just there. He did a lot of content there. But somebody told me they don't expect to be dating around while you're in Morocco. I don't know how true that is. Uh, I don't know. I know you haven't been to Cambodia, not like Phnom Penh, but have you ever had Cambodian food? I'm in Phnom Penh right now. I'm here right now, and I have had Cambodian food, but it wasn't their native food. It was just like chicken wings and sausage is not. I think that's just worldwide. I don't think that's Cambodian. So I'm gonna get out and try that food though. But yeah, so we've been on this live about an hour and 3 minutes. Yes, ma'am. I've been to Cebu. I've been to Cebu. I climbed through the thick forest to go to the waterfall in Cebu. I started in Cebu when I went to the Philippines. I started there, and I did not like Cebu, so I went to Manila after that. But yeah, you guys leave a comment once this live stream goes off. Y'all be on the lookout. The new vlog will be coming out tomorrow. I'm gonna finish editing, and then y'all leave a comment what y'all think about that. I appreciate everybody coming through. Remember, my Cash App is $ Austin Holloman, PayPal Austin Holloman at Gmail. If you have not already, subscribe. subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys in the next video because it's really that bad.